Islands are considered one of the most exotic places to vacation. With proper planning, a tourist will enjoy all the amenities this paradise has to offer. Welcome to Hawaii. I'm Aunt Rochelle Dorsey, and my group members, Mr. Lisa Garrett, Mariah Snap, and Robin Taylor, will let you know why you all should go to Hawaii. In this presentation, we will discuss fun facts about Hawaii, Hawaii entertainment attractions, celebrities born in Hawaii, vacationing versus living in Hawaii, tourism's impact on Hawaii, and our conclusion. Let's get started. Here are a couple of fun facts about Hawaii. The Hawaiian Islands were originally settled by Polynesian immigrants more than 1,000 years ago, but remained unknown by the Europeans until Captain James Cook landed there in 1778. Hawaiian Queen Liliuokalani attempted to impose a new constitution claiming more authority for the native Hawaiians, but foreign leaders occupied the government office in Honolulu and overthrew the monarchy. Here are a couple of things that you can do while you are entertaining yourself in Hawaii. Diamond Head is one of the most famous landmarks in Hawaii. The Manoa Falls Trail is the most popular hike in Honolulu. The Koko Crater Botanical Garden is a thematic plant park inside of a hot, dry volcano crater. Celebrities that were born in Hawaii. Now you know there couldn't be a presentation with Aunt Rochelle without celebrities. Our President Barack Obama, Bette Midler, Nicole Kidman, and Kelly Preston were all born in Honolulu. Kelly Preston is an actress and the wife of John Travolta. Nicole Kidman is an actress. Bette Midler is an Oscar-nominated actress, and of course, the President Barack Obama. Grammy Award-winning singer Bruno Mars was born on the island of Waikiki. And professional football player Manti Te'o was born on the island of Laie. Delisa is now going to discuss with us
the impact tourism has on Hawaii. Okay, so according to infoplease.com, pineapples, agricultural seeds, sugarcane are the major agriculture products. Macadamia nuts, papayas, greenhouse vegetables, and coffee are also important. Other products include cattle and dairy products, although after Janae's speech last week, I'm not sure how we feel about dairy products. Commercial fishing, especially tuna. However, the leading source of income is tourism. And that follows our defense installation, Pearl Harbor. So according to Richard Lim of Hawaii's Economic Future, the Counselors of Real Estate, he wrote on economic conditions as of June 2014. Wage and salary job count were up, personal income growth was up, building permits were up, real estate prices and sales were up, foreclosures were down, tourism had a slight downturn. Now, some things that contribute to that tourism going down is the slight recession that we went through, but also the oil and gas prices. One of the airlines did away with 2 flights going in and out of Hawaii, as well as a cruise liner. They did away with 2 cruises going in and out, which did impact some of the tourism. So the diversification, when I was there in January, I could have sworn I was almost in Asia. There are so many different people there, especially in Asian influence. But I found also of Richard Lim's information, there's a lot of statistics, and I love statistics, but I found this to be really interesting. So from 2006 to 2013, of course the U.S. contributes the most to Hawaii, but they had a downswing of almost 5%, where Japan was up 11.8%. They were also going through a slight recession. Canada was up 81%, China up 141%, Korea up 352%, and then Europe up 33%. Now Korea's spike of 352% can be attributed to their booming and bustling economy, which is directly correlated with here in Houston. A lot of the oil companies are actually over in Korea building the drill ships. So it's good to know that their money is being invested back into the U.S. economy, so to speak. So on average, U.S. visitors stay approximately 10 days with a total expenditure of about $1,500. Japan, they stay on average about the same amount of time with the expenditure being about $1,300. Canadians stay a little bit longer at 13, I'm assuming because they travel a little bit further, but their expenditure is only about $520. And then others stay about 9 days with the expenditures about $800. So the forecast for visitors' expenditure in 2015 is revised downward at 3.4% from a 3.6. So it's already down, and now it's going down a little bit more. And the Hawaiians really count on tourism for just about everything. How the tourism helps Hawaii's economy. Tourism is the largest single source of private capital to Hawaii. It's also the biggest generator of jobs among the major economic sectors. You have to think about the hospitality and tourism part. There's dancers, there's these wonderful restaurants, hotels. So it's a huge impact. Tourism contributed over $1 billion of total state tax revenue in 2010. I tried to look for a more recent number, I really couldn't find one, but just to think, over $1 billion in 2010, that's a lot. So the mild year-round weather makes for a perfect place to visit anytime. All the pictures you see on this PowerPoint I took personally first week in January, so we know what it looks like in January here. So just some facts, the average room rates increased from approximately 200 to 250 from 2007 to the first quarter of 2014. So it's not a huge jump and it's not undoable. International visitor spending in the first quarter of 2014 accounted for 43.3% of total visitor spending. So it's extremely important to the Hawaiian state that tourism continue. I'll now turn this over to Mariah.
Hi, I'm going to differentiate the difference of vacation in Hawaii versus living in Hawaii. And like Delisa has already stated, some of the tourism that goes along with vacationing. So first I'm going to ask you guys a couple of questions. How many of you have ever wanted to vacation in Hawaii? All hands should be raised. How many of you have actually vacationed in Hawaii? Okay, now how many of you have ever thought about living in Hawaii? All right, so that brings me to my facts. According to AAA, the average cost per day for a trip for two to Hawaii runs about $793 just for food and lodging. That was as of 2008. And of course it's 2015 now, so I'm sure those prices haven't went down. Right there, how much do you pay for milk?
I don't know.
Give me it, how much do you pay for milk?
$2.58.
All right, how much do you pay for gas?
$20.
Per gallon?
Oh, maybe like 190.
190. And what do you think the average cost of a middle-class single-family home is?
Here in Hawaii,
Here, this is, I'm talking about here.
per year?
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, I've always lived in apartments.
Anybody know?
$100,000?
About average. Okay, so now let's look at Hawaii's prices comparatively. This is just a pretty picture of Hawaii. Regular milk in Hawaii costs $6 per gallon. Gas, $4.30 per gallon. A Honolulu single-family home, its price is $683,500. And a Honolulu condominium is $351,750. Now that we've compared both those prices, which one do you think will hurt your pockets less?
Ooh,
Vacationing.
vacationing.
Now I'm going to turn it over to Robin, who's going to end with a little bit of conclusion, summing everything up.
Aloha. Everyone ready for that Hawaiian vacation? Everybody ready for that Hawaiian vacation?
Yes!
All right. For today, these are the topics that I'm going to brief you on. Preparing for a vacation, tourism and attractions, and tradition and culture. But before I get started, I want to share a quick story with you. While serving in the military, I was stationed in Hawaii. I also got married while I was in Hawaii. I married an island girl while I was there, on the island of Oahu. Now I travel back to the island frequently. With frequent travel back to Hawaii, it has enhanced my IQ in a couple areas. Preparing for travel and the island lifestyle. So in regards to preparing for a Hawaiian vacation, if you're on a limited budget, I would make this suggestion. Start networking. Get to know people that work for the airlines and hotel chains. Using employee discounts can save you a ton of money when it comes to preparing for your travel. If you are unable to use someone's discounted rate, I would strongly suggest that you book your flight at least 6 months in advance. This will save you at least $300 to $400 in airline fees and hotel fees. This will probably be your largest expense when you go to Hawaii. Hawaii is not like a vacation on the mainland. It's expensive. If you didn't know, tourism is the economic background for Hawaii. And the following attractions that I have listed today that I'm going to show you and talk about are 5-star in my opinion. I would make a suggestion that everybody visit these tour sites. And some of them have been mentioned already, but I'm just going to recap and give you a little bit more, a few fun facts on these places. The first place I want to tell you about is going to be Diamond Head. The second place I'm going to tell you about is the Dole Plantation. The next, number 3 is going to be Hanauma Bay. Number 4 is going to be the Polynesian Culture Center. And last but not least is going to be the Arizona Memorial. Okay, we have some fun facts about Diamond Head here. Diamond Head is an inactive volcano that once blew its top and now is totally inactive. And it was the first military reservation that the U.S. settled on when we first went to Hawaii. And it was called Fort Ruger. Second, it's a United States monument. It's a state monument. And it's estimated to be 200,000 years old. So I would recommend that you go there and check out some of the views because it's amazing just to look out and you can see everything. Okay, this is another, you also have to climb a trail to go up Diamond Head. It's at least, I say, 1.5 miles to a 2-mile hike. So take you some water, and this will, if you go and do this first while you're in Hawaii, this will help you get over that jet lag. You can go do this and go back to your room and sleep, and then go out to something and do something else to get you on schedule and on time with everybody. Next is the Dole Plantation. It was founded in 1901 by James Dole. Dole was the president of Hawaii in 1894 after the overthrow of the monarchy. And according to the Guinness Book of World Records, the labyrinth that they have in the Dole Plantation is the largest labyrinth in the world. I went in this labyrinth and they had to come in here and they had to find me. Because I was in there so long I could not find my way out. So this is a very good place to check it. I would suggest you check this out. It's a whole lot of fun. Number 3 is Hanauma Bay. Hanauma Bay, according to the Honolulu Advisor, is the most popular tourist attraction on the island. Then they have over 400 species of fish here, and they're known for green sea turtles. And by far, this is the best place to go snorkeling in the world. The Polynesian Culture Center, you can get everything in one. Hula dancing, fire shows, you even get to experience Tonga, Fiji, Samoa, New Zealand, Tahiti, all in one place. The Arizona Memorial, you have to go here if you go to Hawaii. It would just be like un-American not to visit this. It was built in 1962 and approved by President Eisenhower. And this is a ship of this is the Arizona right here, and it still leaks oil till today, and it's considered, and they call it black tears. So go here and check this out. The only other thing that I would have to say is that don't get seasick. Because you have to take a little boat ride out there. And I like that with that.
All right, thank you. Questions about Hawaii? Questions?
So Robin, can you tell us a bit more about what that memorial is exactly, the last one you showed?
It's the Arizona Memorial, and that's where the 3 ships were sunk by the Japanese before we entered World War II. The Arizona was sunk, the Missouri was sunk as well, and the USS Abraham Lincoln. All 3 ships were sunk.
Wow.
Basically, that was our whole fleet that we had in the Pacific at the time.
Would you happen to know if they can stop the leakage of the oil from the ships? Because I'm assuming that it's impacting the water.
Because of the significance of the event of the sinking of that ship, they decided to leave the wreckage there as a memory for everyone to have a remembrance of what happened during that time period.
Oh, I see. Okay. How much money can we save if we stay with you and your wife?
I'm going to tell you, it saves us a whole lot of money having family there. We don't have to pay the hotel fees.
There was.
I can say it saves us at least about $1,500.
My husband and I and my son went over and we met up with my other son over there. We stayed for 2 weeks and it was just flights, condo, eating, everything as a whole. So we'll say 4 minus 1 airline is just under 10,000.
Oh,
We didn't spare, we could have eaten different places, but we hadn't seen our son in a long time, so yeah. But that's just the reality, it's quite expensive. I'm not going again.
any other questions? Any other questions?
Does anyone know how I can win the lottery?
Yes.
How come milk and basic needs stuff are so high in price?
You have to think of the import of a lot of things, even though there are some cattle, but there's a lot of import, the oil and gas, there's a lot of them because it's so far away.
Everything that comes to that you get on the island is imported. Everything. Except for the pineapple.
Yeah.
Or the macadamia nuts and coffee beans. Everything else is imported to the island.
Do you receive any special discounts being part of the military? Can that reduce my costs?
I can say yes and no to that question because I go back frequently. I go back once a year. And now I'm considered I have a resident island card. So it entitles me to a discounted rate that's called Kama'aina.
Kama'aina.
So every place I go, where it's a tourist attraction or to play golf or anything like that, I get the actual local rate.
There's also a ton of websites you can go on to help you. Just like if you're traveling out of country, like to Mexico, and you go to you pick a hotel and it includes air travel and everything. There's stuff like that for Hawaii as well.
My son is stationed over there because he's stationed at Pearl Harbor, and I don't know if you guys know anything about the military, but he is an E3 at the moment. They don't make a lot of money, so to speak. So he struggles like a poor college student over there. It is expensive, but it's worth seeing.
Any other questions from the audience? Thank you so much.
What are we supposed to put in that first?
Just put the grade sheet for group project, it would be Hawaii.
That's not under the country.
Well, you need to just put who it is. Well, the Hawaii was the thing. I would think the theme was tourists or why does it live in Hawaii, but just put Hawaii. Absolutely, sure.
Actually doing another visiting.